Not at all. I mean, it was just an easy transition. It's Simone and I actually, she certainly took on the brunt of the workload, but we were moving to Gadsden, taking on a new job. Obviously, she's pretty new in her new spot at WIAT, and as well as that, we were final prep for the wedding and everything that leads up to that. So it's been a little hectic this summer, to say the least. I'm a pretty boring guy. I tell people I don't have a lot of hobbies. It's football. I enjoy watching football, and very fortunate that my new wife Simone is very sports oriented. So we enjoy going to sporting events together. We're movie people. We like to have movie nights. She's a huge beach person, so we try to slip off to the beach every now and then. But I'm a pretty boring person. Football is my hobby. Oh, college without a doubt. And, watch both, but the college game to me is it probably relates a little more to high school, and I still enjoy those rivalries. SEC, I'm a big SEC guy, as most people that grew up in the state of Alabama. So I really enjoy watching those rivalry games. So I played at Mobile County High. We were not very successful in football, but we were a very good baseball school. I was a football, baseball guy. Probably more talented baseball, largely due to size. About a 160-pound guard, and there's not a lot of place those guys can be successful. But just always had that passion for football. Graduated from South Alabama in Mobile, which obviously back then they did not even have football. So I'm a South Alabama graduate, and pretty much, most of my education down in the Mobile area. That's a great question. I actually started out on the offensive side of the ball, coached offense, probably my first 3 seasons, and needed a teaching job. And the guy who could get me a teaching job was Bill Duke at BC Rain. He had a linebacker's job open. So in the interview, I told him I thought I could coach anything, that I felt like I related to kids, and he could teach me what I needed to know about defense. So I coached linebackers that year. Next year, he retired, and one of our assistants took over, so I was the defensive coordinator my second year to coach defense. And I guess ever since then, I've kind of been more on the defensive side of the ball at Davidson with Coach Vickery, and fortunate enough to hook up with Bill Clark at Prattville, who's obviously a defensive-minded guy, and it just kind of goes on from there. We're learning our way around a little bit. We like to go exploring when we have a little downtime and look for some restaurants and places like that. So it's a great place, now beautiful. Things that I never knew about the area, and Simone and I are very impressed, and we found a few places that we like already, and so it's still some exploring to do, but we definitely are beginning to learn our way around. Last year, one play. One play. You look at third quarter with Hoover, 7-7 game. Hoover obviously had a great team last year, and it was toe to toe, and they were right there. It's just finding that little extra edge, and obviously the people that were here before me. Coach Billingsley, Coach Scott, their staffs, all the people that have laid the foundation here. It's ready to take that step to the level and to the next level, and we certainly think that, and that's one reason we're here. Anyone who's ever been here has only said positive things about it, and as I started talking to coaches around the state and guys that have came through here, and the kids here, the community here, the administration here, everyone's so hungry for that title. Certainly we think that we're right there. We just need to take that step and take the next step and go win one. Obviously the Spain Park, first time to ever beat Hoover on the field. And the goalpost comes down over at the Hoover Met after that game. That's probably the most of all the games I've coached in, because we shut them out. And again, being a defensive guy, and you're talking about Hoover and Spain Park, Hoover, never been done. And what it meant to that community at Spain Park, that's probably the single most memorable game I've coached in.